Digitalis. And that would be Conway Castle. Actually,
used for that, it's now headquarters for 52 Brigade, and it is used just for administration purposes. And that's their flag. This is the biggest building inside the castle, and at least half a dozen occasions. But the most important one to us was known as the Lang Siege, or the Long Siege. It began in 1571 and it finished off Grange. On the outside, James Douglas, a supporter of her son, King James VI.
So, men of my caliber were here for nearly 40 years because we were prisoners in this place. Below your very feet, there are dungeons, and to your right-hand side, in the courtyard, there are dungeons. This place...
Spanish.
Beautiful, beautiful. What a view. That's the fourth out there.
So St. Andrew down there.
And that was like an Alcatraz.
I think it is like more that's I know.
Just walking down the Royal Mile here. The view of the Royal Mile. About to go into St. Giles Cathedral. They're doing a huge amount of work on the outside. That's the High Kirk of Edinburgh. Old doors on the pews here. It's huge pipes here. Better view of the organ. This is basically the foundation of the Presbyterian churches. It dates back to about the 1500s. Beautiful church. Quite a view from this North River Bridge or whatever. Well, we're trying to figure out what's going on here. We just sat down at the table. This is kind of like a who's on first. But we're on the Royal Mile. Yeah, it's probably, what, 68 degrees and no wind.
Okay, here we are, still at the same place Dad said last time. We're recording.
Royal McGregor.
The Royal McGregor and Clemson. Oh yes, we fed out Nancy. Here's to Nancy and Mac. Apparently is his name. And we got our first person to buy beer.
His nickname is Mac.
Mac Roach.
Mac Roach.
Mac Roach.
Oh,
And look at the pretty view in the distance.
Tennessee glass, right?
Yes, it is not Tennessee.
It's
We'd like to make that very, very clear.
And that's the first and fourth?
Yes. See the view in the background? Isn't this beautiful?
Down the Royal Mile.
Our first time being able to see that, so I'm really excited. And actually, we're going to see live music tonight, so we may be live again in a few hours. See you then.
Things are getting tuned up here at the Malt Shovel Inn. That's one of the hotels, or sure is pretty. Oh, I'll probably take this again. Oh, sitting in the castle at night. It's beautiful. The Sir Walter Scott Monument. I think that would be appropriate for him.
On video.
I like something like that all the way up into the sky. Yeah, sure. It's just a spectacular view of the castle up there. Just amazing. Holyrood Palace. It's just fantastic inside. Unfortunately, we'll never know because it's closed. Hank heard due to the GH Summit or some such nonsense. We decided not to go in and see the Princeton collection from the Queen Mum. Very pretty gates here to the Holyrood Palace. Good view of the hills back behind that. Pretty spot here. No, we are having just a little bit of a very light rain today. Our parking garage area. The St. James Square here. Still haven't figured out what that building is, the clock tower. I think it's a hotel. Forest Park outside of Aberfoyle. It's a beautiful, picturesque view up here. I've seen some lumber trucks. Apparently there's been a fair amount of logging. Do a little 360 here. There's some of our crew. So we think this is Loch Array, is that? Achray. Still in the Queen Elizabeth Forest Park.
Seriously, Kristen?
It's probably someone's summer home. It's really pretty. Oh, there is a pathway down there, isn't there? Coming down to the loch. Well, you definitely have a loch view. You're at Loch Vanacher. Late in the afternoon, it's just beautiful. It's one of the Highland cattle. This is Hamish. He hasn't moved. Looks like a contented Highland cattle. All right, here's our entertainment for the evening. Go Les! Yes, let's go! Yay! And this is the setting. And here we are sitting out at the Lynn, what is the proper name? Brooklyn. Bed and breakfast?
He's not even focusing.
Yeah. Fiona House is her name. Now it's Kristen's turn. Yeah, go Kristen! Oh, we had a nice dinner down at the Riverside restaurant, and it was right on a little lake. And we had a nice walk. There was a mound, looked like an Indian mound, but it was named after St. Regis, or no, that's not quite right. And we walked around the lake and came back, and gosh, it's after 9 and it's cloudy, but it still is very bright out. Oh, here we are on the Bonnie Banks, Loch Lomond. We had a little rain first thing this morning, and
Excuse me.
no problem. The rain fortunately has stopped. It's just a little overcast. Had some sun. I'm sure we'll see more as we go on. We're still here in Loch Lomond, but you can tell it has definitely changed. We're more in the northern part, much steeper. Nice, got that on tape. These are nice little pull-offs here. It's looking further south than the one. Beautiful tree there. Somebody built a little. Hey, why did the sheep cross the road? Well, anyway, these guys just went zipping across the road a minute ago. Oh, look at the horns on them. Beautiful. Very up here. Quite the hillside up there, too. I'm guessing that's a sheep pen. And there's a sheep walking down the road over there. They're locked fine, and there's Inver. That's where we're headed. It's a 3-masted schooner out there. I guess that's the castle. We decided we've gone into enough castles, but especially since this is a mid-18th century reconstruction. You can see the pretty wildflowers out here, though. A very pretty tree. Nice hillside up above. Might be the castle. Flag flying. We actually decided to go through the castle. Here it is. And you're not supposed to videotape, but I'll just take a quick one here. Quite a bed. See, this is the tallest ceiling in Scotland. There's the crest up there. Girls went through and saw all the genealogy and the pictures. And one final view. We're going to walk the grounds and head on back. I don't know what that is, way up on top of the hill. It's like a bell tower or something. Loch Awe, and then up in the mountains, you can't see it from here, but it was right up there. So it appeared to be a big dam. Here's our Volvo wood trunk, and we're on our way. There's some of the castles on the Loch Awe. There's that one. We move around. There's one over there. Could be a sham castle or something more recent. I don't know. I think I saw one. Oh, there's something further down there. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Woo! Man, that is something. Tell it's a perfectly beautiful day, probably 68 or 70 degrees, nice sunshine, nice breeze. Like a waterfall up in the mountains up there. We were just saying it's really nice that there's really no houses built along the river. It's a very pristine area. I don't know if that's regulated or whatever. Certainly makes it beautiful for us. I'm jogging up the hill. We're nearing our way. We're almost back to Callahan, and we thought we'd take a little break here and walk. Thinking maybe a bicycle ride tomorrow, or see what's happening, or what options there are. They're along. Really gorgeous, gorgeous area. There comes Mom back. Alyssa's just waking up, so well, she's probably walking toward us too. We don't have a clue what's going on.